are to revive EOS network. So you know that EOS is probably the largest ICO in history. They raised 4 billion. When they raised 4 billion, they basically then, I mean, I don't want to say exited, but they kind of exited. Like the developers behind EOS, they raised 4 billion. They worked for like a week. Okay, a week, maybe they worked for like half a year, which is like a week in the big picture. Like when you raise 4 billion and then you work for half a year, I mean, you kind of work for like a weekend. You can, I mean, if you compare like the magnitude. Yeah, basically, if they raise 4 billion and they work for half a year, I can tell you they work basically for a weekend. Okay, in my brain it's the same when you raise so much. So they work for like a weekend, and yeah, that's it basically. That's it. Now the community, the EOS community, actually took matters in their own hands, and they even sued Block One. Let's actually see how that's going. EOS suing Block One. They sued Block One. This was last year. Let's see. EOS Foundation urges here. So EOS Foundation is this entity that was created by the investors and by the community. And Block One was were the creators of EOS, and they raised 4 billion, and they disappeared. So what happens? Last year, EOS Foundation sued Block One. And what happened? The CEO mentioned that Block One is already working to settle another class action lawsuit for 22 million. Oh yeah, and the Block One basically told them, hey, you get 22 million if you just leave us alone. According to the base, the class action lawsuit is still in progress, settling. If you opt out of the US class action, there is no guarantee. Okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe they just settled it for 20 million or something. But I also read that they wanted to reject this offer of 22 million. The problem is that there are all kinds of people involved in this class action, so I guess they have to vote or something. The EOS Network Foundation has called on places to drop the 22 settlement Block One weeks after initiating. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, it is legal battles here where the community is suing Block One. But anyway, what happens? They're suing Block One. They're also building. So currently, we do have new update coming to EOS. The recent launch of Antelope, I guess, Spring Beta on the jungle test, a significant milestone in the evolution of EOS network, as this upgrade represents a leap forward, particularly with the introduction of new SAVANNA consensus. So that's cool to see that they're doing something. Now, obviously, they're doing all of this in a massive uphill battle. Insane uphill battle, because, I mean, let's say you're EOS, and you come and you see Solana, you see ETH, all of the layer 2s. Like, how do you even compete with them? I don't know, guys, how you compete. It's gonna be tough, but I love that they're trying. I love that they're trying. Now, I mean, they're gonna have many challenges. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but it's just that, let's say you want to build something on EOS, you need to learn like a whole new coding environment for blockchain. In the past, it was C++. Like when the EOS released, it was C++ that you had to code in. Maybe now they've made it easier or somehow different, but it's not like on ETH. So if you are a blockchain developer, you program on Ethereum, you cannot program on EOS. I know they have EOS VM also. Someone told me, but it's like it's like a separate thing. It's then it's even worse. Like if that's the main thing, the main hope, it's even worse. But yeah, it's not the main. No one says it's the main thing. But anyway, let's see how that will evolve. And yeah, I mean, it's tough because let's say you do EVM, then why should anyone use it? Because there are a million EVMs already, layer 2s and all of that. You're not an EVM. Okay, why would anyone use it? Because they have to learn new paradigm of programming, new language, new framework. So it's tough. Like you can come with your own language, your own paradigm. If you have a big war chest to make it big, that you have, you onboard some projects already that are building. You have a massive community that loves it and they program. And I would say that Radix is in a similar spot where if you want to program on Radix, it's a totally different thing. But here's where I'm more bullish on Radix because it's easier. Like the whole thing is made to be super simple. Like Radix actually simplifies. They simplify it way more. So it is different, yes. You have to learn a new thing. But then you quickly realize, what the hell, it's different and it's easy. Like, it's 10 times easier, 10 times safer. So that's, I think, the only way you can do it, where you can succeed with bigger probability. But anyway, rooting for EOS. Hopefully they can figure this out. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tough, but we're rooting for them. Okay, guys, that's it. And